The Battle of Kursk was one of the costliest battles of World War II and the single deadliest armored battle in military history. It began with the launch of the German offensive Operation Citadel on the 5th of July 1943, which had the objective of pinching off the Kursk salient with attacks on the base from north and south simultaneously. The Germans hoped to weaken the Soviet offensive potential for the summer of 1943 by cutting off and enveloping the Soviet forces that they anticipated would be in the Kursk salient. A few weeks before the German offensive, on the 5th of June, Nazi leaders gave speeches at a mass rally in the Berliner Sportpalast, the biggest meeting hall in Berlin. The audience consisted of some 10,000 armaments workers and party members. Albert Speer reported on the great successes achieved by the armaments industry. He presented various statistics on how production of munitions, weapons, and tanks had increased since 1941. The numbers were more than impressive. Compared to 1941, monthly production of munitions increased sixfold. Speer could not thank the industry workers and leaders enough. The numbers were remarkable indeed, but chiefly propaganda. It's noteworthy that all numbers were given as percentages instead of absolute units. Speer's speech was followed by that of Joseph Goebbels, outlining the current political and military situation. The excited crowd listened curiously to the words of the ministers and interrupted their speeches numerous times with applause. When the meeting was over, Speer and Goebbels went to the Hillersleben artillery range. Here they would confer and witness the new weapon developments with their own eyes for the following 2 days. The Heeresversuchsanstalt Hillersleben, or the Hillersleben Army Research Center, was built between 1935 and 1938 on a scale that requires personal inspection for true appreciation. Northwest of Magdeburg, a 27-kilometer-long shooting range was constructed. Several little towns were demolished for the space needed. The farmers were given new farms and houses in other regions. A tank firing range was also established at the former Zajchau village. Remarkable was the presence of a captured M4A1 Sherman tank, War Daddy 2. The tank was captured in Tunisia during the Frühlingswind offensive. The demonstration at Hillersleben featured War Daddy 2 and other Allied tanks driving up a slope which it was unable to climb, while a Panther did make it. Some of the footage shows Allied tanks and the Panther climbing the hill were used in propaganda campaigns praising the superiority of German tank design. The Panther Ausführung D, or D version tank seen here, is of a very early build. The footage shot by the cameraman gives a clear view of the engine deck. Noticeable are the two-pronged armored caps over the air intakes located on the engine cover. These indicate the installation of a Maybach HL-210 engine. Another contender in the hill climbing cup was the first series production Ferdinand tank destroyer. In May of 1943, this specimen was shipped on a flatbed railcar from the Alket factory. After having been put through automotive testing at Kummersdorf, it would be submitted to the shooting trials at Hillersleben. Apart from a Panther and the Ferdinand, the video also shows Albert Speer driving up the slope in a Tiger tank. It was used to test the new road wheel design. Furthermore, a new design of hull side extensions with more clearance was trialed on this vehicle. The Hillersleben conference was held in an atmosphere of secrecy and urgency as Axis losses were mounting and pressure on the eastern and western fronts grew relentless. The conference and demonstration was part military showcase, part engineering marvel. It featured live demonstrations of the latest artillery pieces, anti-aircraft guns, and the powerful Tiger and Panther tanks, which were equipped with advanced armor and high-caliber guns. Engineers touted the sophistication of these machines as potential game changers on the battlefield, highlighting the Panther tank's agility and the Tiger tank's near impenetrable armor. Though largely unknown today, the Hillersleben Conference reflects the intersection of technological ambition and ideological commitment that drove Nazi Germany's military efforts. In retrospect, the conference underscores a cautionary tale that even the most remarkable innovations in weaponry could not save an aggressive, overextended, evil empire from collapse. The lessons of Hillersleben thus endure, a grim reminder of the limits of technology in warfare when ideology and strategy lead nations into conflicts they cannot win. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support my channel, check out the PayPal donation link in the description or consider becoming a member. To make sure you don't miss my future work, subscribe to my channel please and press the bell notification button. Thank you and see you in the next video.